So today's topic is basically related to IUL, and a lot of time people tell us that they want to compare 401k plan, their 401k plan with IUL. And this is a very common question. So a lot of our clients ask us, is 401k contribution better or IUL, indexed universal life? So everyone should have this understanding, and there's a very convenient way to show this to the clients as well. Okay, so what we will do is I will quickly tell you about how to install InSmark on your desktop. So InSmark is a little bit a technical application that is provided by different vendors. By AIG also have customized, and North American also have customized it. And it seems technical, but they improved a lot, and it's quite simple nowadays. So what I will do is we will begin with, let's say you are new to IUL InSmark world. So what you do is you go to, let's take up North American. So I'm sharing my screen. I hope everyone is looking at my screen. So we go to illustration tab under life business. Under illustration tab, you go to illustration software. So here you see that InSmark illustration system. Okay, you click here, or you click before that, actually you click here, Chrome web illustration and InSmark. Okay, so when you click here, you will download a exe file. So you download that exe file to your desktop, and then you simply double click it. Once you double click, it will ask you to provide the serial number. So here is the serial number. On the same screen, they have given the serial number. So you enter the serial number, and it will install InSmark on your desktop. It is that simple. It doesn't ask any more questions. Just next, next, and simply it will install InSmark. So just a two-step process. You click on download software, Chrome or Internet Explorer, whichever you use. Preferably, I mostly prefer Chrome. So Chrome web-based illustration in InSmark, and then you download software, double click on exe file and give the serial number. It will install the InSmark software on your desktop. Now keep it, now after the installation, close the InSmark software. You cannot run directly anything from InSmark. It will be quite confusing. Okay. Now you go to the vendor website. So North American website, we go to the North American website. So we go to again the home, and we launch our web-based illustration software. Okay. So we will simply run an illustration for the client, and in front of the client, we will just quickly compare it with 401k. So you click on the illustration software, you can start new case or view my cases. So you remember last week we created a mock HGI client. So we will take up the same illustration. So this is, we named it mock HGI, and we will choose the Builder Plus IUL 3, and we will give the policy details. So this is a 41-year-old person, male, and he wants to put in $15,000 for 15 years, from year 1 to 15, $15,000. and after 16th year he wants to put 0. Okay, so only investment is $15,000 for 15 years. And then based on the illustration, whatever his money has grown, he wants to take annual distribution. So like we discussed, IUL have a accumulation phase and a distribution phase. So some people only focus on accumulation, but distribution is equally important. Okay, so distribution phase, when you take out the money. So based on his illustration, his money would have grown to about 480K or something. So we said, okay, till age 65, he will not withdraw anything. But after age 66 till age 90, he wants to withdraw about 10% of that money, around $46,000 every year. And after that, 0 again. Okay. We want to see this illustration, how it works. So based on the indexes we have chosen, so we have chosen 50% into S&P index, annual point to point with cap rate of 9.3 and 50% into accumulate, same S&P index with spread. Okay. So in this case, let's run the illustration quickly and we will save it. Okay. So we will click on the next riders. At this point, we are not choosing any rider. And then we click on the output option and we click on view full illustration.
So Anil bhai, just to add on, still in Smart installation will not work in MacBook, will only work in Windows.
Okay, that's a good point. Yes, so do not complicate the matters by different softwares. Keep it very simple, Windows and Chrome. Okay, so that combination works the best. So just keep it simple. So MacBook I haven't tried, and if you run into any issues, you will have to talk to North American support. But Abhishek bhai, you are sure, right? On MacBook it doesn't work?
Yeah, we tried actually.
Okay.
At least 2 months back, that's the story. Something has changed. But what you said is very right. Somebody is struggling to do anything in MacBook, don't try that.
Yeah.
Save time.
Save time, correct. Okay. So this illustration has run. We have gone through this illustration multiple times previously. So we will quickly just check our table that we want to show to the client. So $15,000 if he puts 41-year-old gentleman for 15 years, that means total input will be 225K. That money would have grown. This is the accumulation value, the account value. And this is the last column is death benefit, okay? So that money would have grown to about 500K by age 65, and then we have taken a distribution of about 46,000 every year. So this is showing that till age 90, if they withdraw 46,000, they would have withdrawn 1.1 million. Okay, so by inputting 225K, by investing 225K, this gentleman will be able to withdraw tax-free $1.1 million during his lifetime, and at age 90, if he passes away, family will still get $606,000. Okay, so overall the net benefit is 1.1 million plus $600,000, so 1.65 million till age 90, which is in 50 years. Okay, all right. So this is the simple illustration. Now this client asks that what if instead of paying $15,000 into IUL after tax money, this is after tax money. And let's say this gentleman is in his highest tax bracket is about 31% or 35%. So his question is, should he invest 15,000 after tax into IUL or 15,000 before tax around $22,000 in 401k every year? Okay, so we want to compare that. So we will appreciate the client for his question. We will close this illustration. Now what we will do is we will click on InSmark here under output options. Before this, we have already installed InSmark, and InSmark is down right now, meaning it is not open in my desktop. Okay, so InSmark is shut down, and now I will click on InSmark. So once I click on InSmark, it is loading. Okay, so this window will open up. Click Launch InSmark if you have a current authorized copy of InSmark on your local computer. So my InSmark is down right now. So this button will launch InSmark. If I click this button, sometime in the bottom, the executable file shows up. You just click on that file and open it. Okay, so that will launch the InSmark. So you just click on Launch InSmark.
Anil bhai, when you say down in your laptop right now, it's down?
No. In the bottom, you remember whenever you download any file in Chrome, usually it shows up in the bottom here, right?
Correct.
So if it shows up in the bottom, it depends on your Chrome settings, you know. So in my case, this particular file is already executed. But by chance, if that file gets downloaded, then you double click to just run that file.
Okay.
All right. So this screen will pop up. This is the first screen of InSmark. So you click on InSmark illustration system, the software. It is opening the software. And it is still launching it. Is it in the background? Not yet. Okay, it opened this window. Yeah, so it opened this window. So here I will create a new client workbook. Okay, because this is a new client for me in Smart. So I will just click on create a new client workbook and I will click on OK. Okay, and then this window opens up. So since the name of my client, I put it mock@gi, whatever is the name, that is important, okay? So that is the workbook it will create with the same name. So I named the client mock@gi, so client workbook description, it has picked up from there. I can change it if I want, but I'll keep it the same so that when I go back, I don't get confused, right? So same client name, mock@gi, I will click on OK. And it even says here, typically this is a client name. Okay, so I click on this, and now it has opened this window in InSmart. Okay, so here I will click on, so automatically it has sourced the data from mock HGI, it has named it, and I can review that data. So that data is, see, $15,000, 41 years of age, all this is the premium, this is the death benefit, everything. All this data has been taken over automatically from the illustration into InSmart. Okay, in the earlier version of InSmart, we have to import this manually, but nowadays this is all automatic. Okay, so this, you don't have to review it. I clicked on review so that you can see the, just I wanted to show you the data. I wanted to mute everybody so that there is no, okay, all right. So now I will choose under personal insurance tab, I will choose the comparison of other investments versus your policy. This is the option I will choose for 401k comparison. Okay, there are a lot of other options available, cost of waiting, permanent versus term insurance, but this is not our topic today. Our topic is 401k versus IUL. So for that, we will choose other investments versus your policy. Okay, and remember we discussed in the past that there are a lot of business applications of IUL, like executive benefit plans, split dollar plans. So those comparisons are also available in InSmart. Okay, but right now this is the only choice. By we will choose, we will click here, and this is all we have to do in this particular tab. Okay, now we click OK. Okay, once I click OK, this window opens up. Okay, so by default it will ask you how many years you want to illustrate. So it has picked up from the illustration is illustrating for 79 years. So this is the data it has, so automatically it picked up, so we will not change that. And we will click on investment details. So here in this tab, tax bracket automatically came up. So this person is in the, like, his income is above 200k, and his highest income tax bracket is 31%. So remember, whatever is your income tax bracket, that is your highest income tax bracket you will choose, because all your savings are from the highest income tax bracket. Okay, when you invest and when you withdraw. Okay, so this value by default it has come. As you know, if taxes go up in future, this will make even better sense. But even with 31%, let's see how the number looks. Now I clicked on investment details tab. So here I will choose from the drop down. The 401k is tax deductible retirement plan. Okay, so I will click here. Then I will give the name. Here automatically TDRP will show up, but I will just give a short name 401k for this TDRP plan. Okay, and let's say this plan 401k, in our illustration we have chosen average return of 6.12. So we can give, if you want to do apple to apple comparison, you can give 6.12 here. And if you want to, if client insists, no, 401k a lot of times gives better return, S&P gives better returns, then you can do 6.5% if you want. Okay, So let's do in the middle. We will still take higher value. We will do 6.3%. So 6.3% return in 401k versus 6.12% return in IUL. That is the comparison we are doing. On an average, 401k have sales charges. By default, this two will be unchecked. Okay, because I ran it before, it picked up value from there. So you check these two. Most of the 401k, there are sale charges, 1.5% fee is there. And when you withdraw the money and even long term, there is a management fee of 0.75% as well. So these fees are standard across like Fidelity and other companies. Okay. So we will
So,
choose
Anil bhai, quick question. These are the annual basis charges, management and sales?
annual basis, right? So these are the annual charges on most of the 401k plans.
Okay.
Okay. These are the very conservative numbers we have taken. And this is standard tax deferred, like premature distribution. If you take 10% penalty is there, everybody knows that. This by default it will come. Okay. So these are the two fields automatically you will choose, and you will choose this selection from the drop down. This is the only thing you will choose, and you will do the yield comparison, whatever you want to compare it with. Okay. Now, after putting this value, and you can do report selection. So here there are different kinds of reports. So by default, all this will show up. You don't need this 2D comparison or flowchart comparison. It's up to you. We can leave it just for, but give a brief report to the clients. Okay. So you can uncheck a lot of it, and comparison of values and year by year rate of return are the most two important ones, which are in blue color. Okay. The rest is just for your knowledge. It just makes the report pretty. That's all. Okay. Now I click on preview. You don't have to click done. Okay. So you click on preview. Once I click on preview, it will generate the report.
So Anil bhai, all the data has been picked up from IUL, like number of years, same $1,000. Everything
Correct.
is same for 401k also, correct?
Correct. It has picked it up from there, right?
Okay.
Okay. So this is how the report will look. So one page will show at a time. So it has automatically opened within the preview tab of InSmart. So once I click on this button, it will show me the next page. Okay. So we will see the full report also, but I just wanted to see that all the numbers are picked up correctly. So this side is tax deductible TDRP plan, which is 401k. Okay. We named it 401k. So see here, it shows 401k. Okay. So this side of the table is 401k, and this side is Builder plus IUL3, this side. Okay. So here, what they have done is $15,000 is after tax money, but they have done the calculation. If this person is on 31% tax bracket, then before tax, he can put $21,000 into 401k. Okay, so we are doing apple to apple comparison. So two friends, basically, let's say two friends. First friend started putting $21,000 before tax into 401k at age 41. Second friend started putting $15,000 into IUL after tax. Both of them worked hard for 15 years, and then they did their savings investment as planned. Now, his money in 401k at the rate of 6.5%. Remember, we gave 6.5%, 6.3%. Sorry, here is the yield. And Builder Plus is 6.12 average. Okay. In most of the markets, this average will be better than this because we know the benefits of fixed index strategy. But last 10 years have been some exception. So a lot of people wants to see higher 401k returns. That's fine. So now in 15 years, his money will grow to 506k, But if we start taking distribution with 31% tax bracket and 10% penalty, he can only take out 298K. Whereas in this case, his money would have grown to 315K and he can take out the full money without any tax implications as a loan. Okay. So now they let both the money, they kept it growing. So by looking at the number, it seems that this number is much higher. His money would have grown to 800K. His money would have grown to around 577K. But this is the accumulation phase, and this is before tax, this is after tax. Okay. Now both the main difference is in the distribution phase. At retirement, first of all, this person will not leave his money in 401k. He will be very scared. What if market goes down 30-40%? His retirement savings will be lost, right? So most of the people, they are very scared to keep their money. But in this case, we have taken an assumption that he keeps the money in 401k. So he started taking $46,000 distribution from 401k. Both of the friends retired at age 65, and they started taking $46,000 distribution. And then next page we go. So this guy, his money, by the time he's about 86-year old, his money will exhaust. Okay, it becomes zero. All right. Whereas this guy, he would have taken $46,000 out, meaning, and his money will continue till age 90, whatever we have given in illustration. Still, he will be left with 461K cash surrender value. And if he passes away at 90, if both the friends passes away at 90, first friend's family will get $0 as a death benefit because he has already completely exhausted his money. Whereas this guy will get $606,000, the beneficiary will get with zero tax. Okay, so this is the main benefit of this plan, 401k versus. So distribution phase has made the whole difference in the industry. So think long term. So now we are looking at this report one page at a time with the help of these two arrows. But I can now, because everything looks good, I want to give this report to the client. So I will click on PDF here. Once I click on PDF, it will say print to PDF. And I usually uncheck this print page numbers, because page numbers, sometime if the reports are different, because we have chosen partially the report, it will print incorrect page numbers. So I usually take this out, print all pages and click on print to PDF. It will ask me to save it on my, so I will save it as 401k comparison for this mock FGI client. Okay, and I will save it. That's it. Now the whole report is saved on my desktop, and I can open the full report now. So here is the full report that I can give it to the client, or I can share. I can go through this report with the client with all the pages. So it gives beautiful graphs about 401k versus Builder Plus. It will show the comparative analysis, after tax cash flow, living values, etc., death benefit. Then it will show the full table that we just discussed. This table with the full comparison with two separate tables, one for 401k, one for IUL, and it will show us all the values here. And this is the report. You can give it to the client. If this gentleman, both of them live up to age 100, first family will get 0, but this family will get $1.7 million. Okay, the one with IUL. So that difference become huge in the long run. Okay, and okay, gross interest to match the surrender value of 10 million, gross interest required. So if 401k performs 8% average for next 79 years, then it will be able to match IUL. That is what they have calculated here. Okay. And that's pretty much it. There are beautiful figures and graphs just to show you the same concept, whatever we discussed just now. So this is it. It is very simple. It is not difficult. You don't have to do anything inside InSmart much. Okay. We ran the illustration in North American. We clicked on InSmart button and everything automatically opens up here. Okay. So this is how you generate the IUL versus 401k comparison and show it to the client and tell it to the client that we are not against 401k, but in order to, because this, most of the people only know 401k. So IUL is equally good. IUL is little bit better than 401k, but equally good. So we tell the client, because your company is doing a company match in 401k, we encourage you to contribute whatever you can in 401k, but also take advantage of this bucket as well, which is a tax-free bucket. And this bucket in the long run will give you tax-free income at retirement, and you can take a taxable income from 401k. So together with both the incomes, you will have a very good retirement. Okay. So we encourage the clients to make use of multiple buckets. With that, I'm done. Any questions so far?
Anil bhai, this is amazing. Thank you so much again. Every time when I join these calls, I have been told many times that InSmart tool is very good, and I was every time struggling. But by the time you were presenting, I downloaded and I ran exactly
Good,
in the same
beautiful.
fashion. Okay, so I was doing in parallel. And
Nice.
one thing also I did for everybody, correct? Anil bhai put 401k 6.3 or 6.4, 6.3 you put, correct?
Right.
And
Right.
immediately the very first question came in my mind. If I'm going to show it to my senior management director, CIO, or anybody, or my friends, that, IUL is better, he will say, oh, he or she will say, 401k gives more. What I did just now, I search on Google. Okay, I search on Google, what is the 20-year return of 401k? The number I'm getting from 5 different sites is 5 to 8%. What I did average. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 divided by 2. 6.5 is the average.
Right.
And we ran on a 6.5. So if somebody forces you 8%, tell him that, okay, I will just go in front of you, we will search on Google and we will see that. Because if you put 10%, of course, there would be more numbers, correct? On the 401k side. But let's be real, right? So Anil bhai, this is great. I can see that my business is going to grow after seeing this.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is a very convincing factor to the client. Once you show this, client become awestruck and they realize the value of IUL when they compare it with their 401k. So yes, this makes a lot of difference. So it's a simple tool, guys. Just try to, like Abhishek bhai did it right now. So you can also take time. I will put the recording in the group chat so that you can take advantage, practice this. 1 or 2 times you will do it, it will become very easy.
Anyone else, any feedback, thought?